I've been interested in getting in the cattle business. That's why I came to Chicago. Mr. Reese, I'd like to go to work for you, sir.
The cockroach. Well, what makes you think you'd like to go trail herding?
Well, all my life.
Out of place characters in westerns. Today's video is taking a look at the duck out of water characters in westerns. Yes, there were westerns that were made that used characters that just didn't fit into the Wild West, making an interesting contrast to those rough and tough, made-for-purpose cowboys that we usually associate with the genre. If you enjoy this video, hit the notification button to get my new videos. Check out my many other videos by heading over to my channel. I put up a new video almost every day. The Paleface, 1948. Peter Painless Potter, a failed dentist, exits town after a botched procedure. The bumbling dentist, Doc, Bob Hope, clearly doesn't know his way around the West, as well as his new partner. Calamity Jane finds herself in deep water. The duck out of water character figures out a way to save the girl, setting up for more comedic adventures.
Can't you see she's sleeping? I can always get another scalp.
Let's go.
All right, folks, let's get going.
Yahoo! Yahoo!
Son of Paleface, 1952. Bob Hope returns as Peter Jr. Potter in Son of Paleface, a recent Harvard graduate. Potter goes west to claim his father's fortune. He stands out like a duck out of water, in his striped jacket and espousing his wealth to those that will listen. Finding his father's treasure chest empty, Junior heads to a nearby ghost town. Finding himself in trouble, helped by his new love interest, Junior defends himself, shooting in circles from a rotating barber's chair. He hits a moose head containing the missing treasure.
Where's Mike?
Partners, 1956. Martin and Lewis are the sons of former ranch partners. Lewis, raised by a millionaire mother, on the tale of visiting Martin, returning to the West to become a cowboy. Martin is foreman at a ranch in financial trouble. With Lewis's unconventional help, the good guys always win the day.
I waited a long time for this. This'll square everything.
Drop it, Hollis! Just the next time, huh, Slim? Pretty good.
Everybody stay where you are. Don't move, Sheriff.
Now give me that gun.
All right, we'll get him.
On your feet, Hollis. Up! I suspected you for a long time.
Get over there with your buddy.
There's the leader of the man.
Partners in town.
You and me, we're gonna be partners.
They're gonna be pals. Red and Smith, they'll do and dare alike. They'll share what there's to share alike. And go for money, whiskey, and gal.
Cowboy, 1958. Hotel clerk Frank Harris, Jack Lemmon, has dreams of making a fortune in the cattle business, getting his chance when the father of the Mexican girl he loves breaks off their relationship. Frank finances cattleman Tom Reese, Glenn Ford, joining him on a cattle buying trip to Mexico. Soon the tenderfoot discovers the reality of life on the trail as a cowboy. It's not what he thought it would be.
Well, what makes you think you'd like to go trail herding?
Well,
I've heard about Charlie. Now suppose you shut up and go to bed.
what are you going to do about Charlie?
I'm going to bed, same as you.
What happened? Man's life doesn't mean anything to you, does it?
All you care about is your herd of cattle.
The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, 1962. 25 years earlier, Rance, James Stewart, a lawyer who was robbed and beaten by Bandit, Liberty Valance and his gang. Tom, John Wayne, and Rance have their eyes on the same woman. The duck out of water Stoddard is returning to pay respect to the man who saved him long ago.
That's my steak, Valance.
Cat Ballou, 1965, known as Catherine, a finishing school graduate and aspiring schoolteacher, Jane Fonda. Catherine heads home to her father's ranch after completing her schooling, finds herself working with some unlikely friends to help protect her father and their home. Her dad is murdered by a group planning to take their ranch. Catherine quickly changes herself to a justice-seeking outlaw, Cat Ballou. Cat and her gang take on those that done her wrong. The out-of-place gal becomes a famous rebel of the West.
A horse ranch idiot, a drug and gunfighter, a sex maniac, and an uncle.
Is that right, mister?
Yeah. 7 left, 26 right, 14 left.
Come on, jump. Jump, jump.
How they try, they'll never make her cry.
A Man Called Horse, 1970. Based on a short story of the same name, A Man Called Horse, stars Richard Harris as the title character. In 1825, an English aristocrat is captured by Native Americans. He lives with them and begins to understand their way of life. Eventually, is accepted as part of the tribe and aspires to become their leader.
Minimum.
Christ! I've had enough! You bunch of bloody bastards! I'm not a horse! I'm not an animal! I am...
To finally become an Indian warrior, he must perform the sun vow ceremony, perhaps the most electrifying ritual ever seen.
3 Amigos, 1986. 3 silent film actors lose their jobs. They come to the Mexican village of Santo Poco. Lucky Day, Steve Martin, Dusty Bottoms, Chevy Chase, and Ned Nederlander, Martin Short, head south for what they believe is a job, finding villagers needing their help. The confusion over the guys' roles is saving the village from El Capo and his men, creating some humorous and dangerous drama. Finally, justice is done. Refusing the reward offered by the grateful Santo Poco village, the 3 rode off into the sunset.
The 3 Amigos.
They're so brave.
Back to the Future 3, 1990. Marty, Michael J. Fox, finds himself travelling to the Wild West. Doc, Christopher Lloyd, in his DeLorean, travels from 1955 to 1885. Marty goes back in time to save a friend, the duck out of water hero. Calling himself Clint Eastwood, tries to return the pair back to their century. Marty has close calls with a bear, the cavalry, and Buford, Mad Dog Tannen, Biff's great-grandfather. Avoiding hangings and shootings, they need to leave before becoming Mad Dog's victims. City Slickers, 1991. Are 2 salesmen and a supermarket manager the right guys to drive cattle? It appears not. Mitch, Billy Crystal, Phil, Daniel Stern, and Ed, Bruno Kirby, are three guys from New York City seeking experiences to escape their boring lives. Traveling from New Mexico to Colorado, their relationships and lives are tested. Returning to New York after their dangerous, challenging drive leaves them with a new outlook on life.
They ain't over yet.
We're gonna make fresh coffee. Wow, something's spooking the cattle.
Stampede! City fool.
Rango, 2011. Reptiles living their lives in the Southwest. In Rango, a pet chameleon, Johnny Depp, finds himself accidentally lost in the desert. His chances of survival unlikely. Heads to the old west town of Dirt and introduces himself as a drifter named Rango. Confrontations with birds of prey and a Gila monster, Rango is somehow given the job as sheriff. The newbie tries to work out his new role, and it's discovered that he is not who he says he is. Leaving town, Rango discovers the crooked deeds of Dirt's mayor and returns to save the day. If you want to see all my new videos as they come up, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Catch all my other videos by looking at my channel. The link is in the description. Leave me your comments. Check out my Facebook page as well. Like and share. I am Wrangler. Adios. See you again soon.
Interesting facts about famous people.